was just the first thing he did. And when you go for that omoplata down, always tuck it in that near pocket. Just for the record, yeah, your near one, yeah, just like you're putting your phone in your pocket. It'll just help you because you do lots of Kimuras and you don't do any omoplatas, so that'll help you. You've got long legs. And then he can do cross chokes and guillotines, so he can choke him with the garment, like that. He can choke with his arm around the neck, very good. And he can do triangles, so he can choke with his legs. All of these things, especially when they've got long, lanky legs. Always remember, always looking for that. Jump on when you can, Jay. But even if freshman curls up into a little ball, protects himself, Dan can now just sweep him over somehow. So even when you feel you're safe, man, the whole tide can turn against you. So we spent the last 2 weeks looking at, from where Dan is, what to do. For the white belts, we did a million arm bars, triangles, cross chokes, guillotines, Kimuras. And for the color belts, we looked at K-guard from both standing and seated, attacking the legs especially. So we're going to continue on with the opposite of that. So now we're going to be like, yeah, well, what does freshman bloody do? You just said like all the things that will go wrong. Can I get you to jump out, freshman? I'm going to steal your place if I may. Thank you, my friend. So what does freshman do? Okay, first of all, let's try to make all that bad stuff not happen. Okay? Does anyone here need to do a warm-up? Okay, well if you do, just do burpees while I teach. Okay, so just a short lesson, guys, and I need to get this lesson plan taught. So in essence, I am less vulnerable to upper body submissions when I'm standing, but I'm less vulnerable to lower body submissions when I'm kneeling. Okay, but most of the time we start kneeling. Okay, so when I'm here, my arms, look at the size difference between that freaking leg and this freaking arm. Can you see the inherent problem in trying to battle this with this? So what we want to do is we need to bring our legs into play. So what are some of the ways we bring our legs into play? Well, what did we do last night? He's closed guard around us. What's the first thing I have to do? Okay, the first thing I have to do is open up those legs. Bear in mind, he can open them up to attack me, okay? Whoa, he opens them up. Maybe he taps me, maybe I get my arms out. But that's on his terms. Try not to do anything on your partner's terms. It's never good combatively. So, what do I want to do? 2 hands to the shoulders, guys. Okay, Dan's probably going to be pulling on my collars and stuff, so I want to have good structure in place. Okay, traditionally we did stuff like this, and this is good when you've got patience and very good strength and balance. But when he starts pulling me, the 2 shoulders let me nullify a lot of his grips. Okay, as I now stand up, break if I need to, I'll break apart his legs. So Dan's got long legs like me, so when he crosses his legs up, okay, I stand up, okay, I can break his collar if I need, and I go 2 on 1, okay. Make sure you dig your thumbs in a little bit, guys, but really look at pushing the patella, okay. But you can't push straight down onto your leg, friction, all right. Step your foot back, push him into open space, but don't push so far that he like falls like that. Because he's just going to sit up and play his thing now. We just want to break it enough that his legs don't have structure. There's no reinforced wedge behind my back. I think of that as cross feet. And we now want to start passing. So what did we do last night? Once we broke the legs open, we threw, okay? And for the white belts, we went to a cradle, okay? For the colored belts, we anticipated he brings his leg around, so we step through and we take our leg bar or our inverted heel hook. So that's what we did last night. If they rolled to their knees, we came to a turtle. From the turtle, we established the collar and we finished the thumb. Okay, so that's what we did last night. Let's have a look at what we're doing now. Technique A. 2 hands on the shoulders. Look at my head going over Dan's head. But when my head's over Dan's head, it's too easy. I take it over a shoulder. So I'm over his head, now I'm over his shoulder. If I go over this shoulder, I step up on this leg. Nice and forwards. Then I go to the other shoulder to step up on the other leg. Okay? Crowd his space. The more I crowd his space, the worse his posture is. If you need to, break the grip. 2 on 1. Now from here, as I step back and push, I now want to start connecting a knee to my elbow. So just open up your legs so you can see. So I can connect this knee to this elbow, or this knee to this elbow. okay? So, for most of you, if you do your left knee, it will work well because they're used to seeing the right more often. If you're right-handed, the left knee can work really well. So, for me, a lot of the time, I'll put my left knee here. Now, from this left knee position, I can start to pressure his guard. Now, if Dan tries to lock his guard up around me again, it won't cross. Okay, so that's the first thing we want to do. This here is called like a combat base. So, if I'm shooting rifle from a kneeling position, my support hand has a firm, solid support, so I can be more steady on target. Okay, and this is the kind of thing we're trying to do. There's a magic thing that stops arm bars, triangles, and all of the nonsense that Dan did to freshmen at the beginning of this class. And it's knees touching elbows, okay? So the problem, I can't just touch my knee to my elbow here because I'm really off balance, right? So I need to come down onto my back leg, and now I'm really strong. So if he tries to armbar me with my knee touching my elbow, it will not work. If he tries to triangle me, it will not work, okay? Knees and elbows are magic when you're in the guard. So that's all we're gonna build for the technique, eh? So, from here, this is your warm-up. Okay, and just come down with your knee to your elbow, okay? Some people like the outside, some on the front, some on top, some on the inside. I'm an outside guy myself. I believe it has a lot to do with shoulder width, but see what you like, but your knee must touch your elbow. Once I'd done that to Dan 10 times, he would do it to me 10 times, and then we start our class. We ready? Let's go! You did left, okay? For the record, I'm gonna demonstrate the left, okay? Because that's personally my natural position, so I'll be able to demonstrate my best technique, but also because I believe it works well, because what comes next will be our right hand. For the color belts, feel free to practice this next technique, but for you guys, we're really talking about leg counters. That's going to be our whole thing through the year. I want you guys to be absolute masters of your toe holds, your leg bars, and of course, in the no-gi heel hooks. So here I am, happy days. How did I get here? Well, maybe we did what we just did, or maybe we go to roll, and here we slap hands. He goes to pull guard, and I, of course, will come here like this because I'm not going to put my knees on the ground, which are now inert, and let him wrap me up in closed guard because I just walked into a jail cell. If I don't want to be in jail, please don't volunteer to go lock yourself in there, okay? So, we don't commit the crime of going into the closed guard on our knees. We'll always step up like this, okay? So, most people in jiu-jitsu use the knee that they have up and they slide it across. It's a great move. I use it every day. Knee slice, pass. Fantastic technique. But because we are, after a while, grappling against trained opponents, they then begin to try to stop that. So what I do when I have my knee up like this is often he starts to bring that up. Why? Because Jake doesn't want me to slide through this way. So if you left that leg low, I would just slide that through, and here I would be past. But Jake ain't done. So, someone like Jake, he's getting ready for his purple belt, he's not going to leave that low. He's going to bring it up, okay? So when the people get to this position, I want you to come under the heel, and I want you to get the hamstring up onto your collar, okay? Now, traditionally, reaching forward in the guard is a no-no. Why? Because if I reach forward in the guard, I get armbar, triangled, and all sorts of other nefarious things. However, when I attach my knee to my elbow, all of those things go away, and this knee is harder to get rid of than you think. So, from this position, I come under, and I get under. I'm pulling with my left because now my knee, I've gotten low, so my elbow's disconnected from my knee. So I wouldn't want my elbow to be in. Otherwise, Jake will have a field day. Okay? So I'm pulling my elbow out, my left knee is pushing forward, and now I reach my right hand around and I want to grab thumb into that gi. Okay? If it's no gi, no problem. Hip, trap, or neck. But we're looking for the far side. We must control the far side. So that's why we can't try with our arm. this is done. Look at the difference. I want to go deep, and I want to get that collar, thumb in. Okay, thumb in will give you more options than 4 fingers in, I promise. So, thumb in, or hip, or trap shoulder, or neck. They are your options. The best and most used one is this. Now from here, I'm going to stack his knee to his nose, and now I lift my head up and push my chest forward. What I have now is a fantastic control position where he is leg laced. However, be careful not to let your head drift too low, because he may push your head. And now wrap that around, and now hey presto, how the heck did I get back here? So just make sure when you do consolidate your side control positions that we understand that it's chest to chest. Don't leave your head hanging down here. It may seem like side control, but a good athlete will put you unconscious. So this forms the basic parts of our jiu-jitsu repertoire. We start here, I hold a collar. Why? Otherwise we'll just scoot back, disengage, and now play his own game. Okay, so I'm holding onto a collar and my shin is on his thigh. I come low and I get my trap lower than his knee. I penetrate the collar deep. I try to touch the styloid head of my ulnar bone to his throat. And now I stack him up. From here, once I'm stacked, my feet don't move. I look up, push my chest out, and his leg passes. Notice he is leg laced. So if he tries to face me, it is hard, and I'm choking him all the time. So I'm being nice before Jake. This is not a choke that you put high-level people out with. But will you put out low-level people, and will you cause them to panic? Absolutely. So here, I lean in, okay? So why do I like that choke? Because it prevents the triangle. If you're busy putting your weight through his neck, he's not pushing your head between his legs. So, gives us a very good pass when he's struggling to breathe and they're like, oh God, how do I defend this? Do you really think he's going to care about you getting past his leg? Okay, so that is the basic pass, okay, that we can do. Gi or no gi. Let's have a look at no gi. I'm here with Jake. We start in our position. If I come low like this, guys, don't do this. Watch, don't do this. See this? You'll hurt your training partner's knee. You hurt one of my training partners, I'll hurt you back. All right, so from this position, I get low, hamstring onto my trap, and now I reach for that collar, okay? Guys, notice how I'm making a trap, so I can zoom in, and now I press, press, press. Look at my left hand on his thigh. I bring his knee up as far as it will go. Now I look up, chest out, and I'm here. I push my elbow down as I pop my wrist. I go from a concave to convex, and I can get a choke right here, okay? Is it a high level choke that will work every time? No. Will it nearly choke everyone and annoy them enough that they did not give a crap that you got past their leg? Absolutely, okay. So, once you've done a few of those for the color belts here, let's look at our typical leg counter. So, when I'm here, and I come under with Jake like this, sometimes from here, his knee will drive too low on me. So it goes too low this way. When it goes too low this way, I'm going to pin my knee to the ground so his other foot is caught in a tunnel. Can you see the tunnel that his leg is caught in? Very simple, okay? I push his toes to his butt. I come around right at the heel. Don't come at the shin and wonder why you have no leverage. There should be no window of space. See that window? We don't want any window, okay? Toes go to the butt, okay? And my elbow comes to my face here, okay? Now, if I didn't control that leg, and I did this, he could spin with it, out. So that's why we keep his leg in the tunnel, and we have our toe hold, okay? So let's have a look at that color belt variation. I'm here. He's just too strong, too good. He knows I was going to come for the pass. He's not a white belt. So I push the toes in, I wrap, and I apply. Okay? This is a very effective toe hold. What is the defense to the toe hold? Who knows? One of the defenses. Kick his leg straight. No problem. Passes. Okay? So for the color belts, after you've got a couple of toe holds, keep the leg straight, because after you toe hold him in real life, I promise he's going to kick hard the next time you grab his toes and shove him towards his butt. And if he is that strong, pass the guard, do it from side control. Okay? Is everyone got it? Would you like to see it again? We got it? Let's go.